Hey everyone, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, stick around for our weekly Wind Down Wednesday chat.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Hey everyone. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. My name is Virginia Carlson, or Cinderella, here at Near Disney. And tonight I am joined for our weekly chat with the Prince of Real Estate, or this way, Elijah Lewis.
Yes, great to be on the show as always. Our cameras are inverted on this app, so when we
I
point,
know. It takes
we
a little
may.
getting used to, definitely. Well, happy 4th of July to all of our viewers. We hope you all had a very fun and safe 4th of July. I know I did. We went down to Downtown Celebration and saw a really spectacular fireworks display, and there was a lot of people. It was really great energy. All the restaurants were out with their tents and just had a really nice time. What did you do for your 4th, Elijah?
I also live in Celebration. They had things going on in the
Mhm.
town all day. I know that we just highlighted that community on this show when it came to the article that was written about the best
Mhm.
downtowns in the Central Florida area, and
Yeah.
it stayed up to its truth because it had stuff going from morning to night on the 4th of July. It began with a parade that went for like an hour with just all kinds of fun patriotic dressed cars and like
Mhm.
groups like military, law enforcement, Boy Scout, Girl Scout, Chick-fil-A had a presence there, just
Mhm.
all kinds of people with like fun American themed stuff. Cosplayers were going through. So
Oh, cool.
I streamed that on, like, we have a affiliation with the Facebook channel Streaming the Magic, where
Mhm.
sometimes people from our group pop in and do some streaming for Central Florida events that just show all the attractions and highlight the community. So I was on there. That was fun.
Yeah, it definitely did not disappoint. The live music and the fireworks were fantastic. So, if you want to tell us what you did for your 4th of July, or maybe not this year, but things that you've done in the past that were a lot of fun, stick it in the comments, and we'd love to hear how you guys spend your holidays here around Disney.
Yeah, or the best place for barbecue. Tell us in the chat.
Oh yeah, definitely. So speaking of Disney, which we like to talk about, I know it seems a little bit far off, but it's never really too early to start thinking about Christmas time, which is definitely a time of year that everybody loves. And Disney has just announced their dates for the putting tickets on sale for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party in 2023. And the tickets go on sale tomorrow for anyone that is interested. And since we are halfway to the holidays, they start selling them now. And the festivities are like stage shows, extravaganza stage shows, and Mickey's Most Merry Celebration, wonderful Christmas fireworks, and a parade, of course, and then all the other attractions that are always at Disney. It's it is a 25-night event. So the dates range from November 9th up until December 22nd. So if you look on their website, you can see that it's not every night, but it's mostly like weekend nights, like the 9th and 10th, 13th and 14th, and so on. And the tickets are ranging from $159 to $199 a person. So it seems like something very fun to do. You just go on Walt Disney World resorts and you can find the tickets there. But it should be something fun to look forward to. Yeah.
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
Well, Christmas minded in July. Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
mean,
that's how big these attractions are. That you got
mhm.
to think this far ahead, and like kind of plan almost half a year. Know what you're going to be wanting to do. It's
Yeah, absolutely, because they do say that the tickets are limited, and so if you want to get a jump on your holiday plans, you're going to be in town, or you're looking for some fun things to do, then definitely I would log on tomorrow, July 6th, and check them out. See if it's something that you're interested in doing.
Yeah, that's good to push into everybody's consciousness, because
Yeah,
sometimes people don't start thinking about Christmas until it's like getting to be Halloween, and all the memes start coming up about like, wait, we need to have Thanksgiving first,
I know.
before we start playing Christmas music. By
It's
then,
true.
it's already too late to sign up for
Exactly. And
Keith
these things,
Mary.
we really do. You have to kind of get the jump on them now because there's a lot of people who have the same thoughts. So, but then this other thing that Elijah, you had found that I thought was pretty cool. There's a new restaurant, and tell us about why this restaurant is super cool, different than any of the others that we have seen in the area. Let me just bring it up here.
Yes, well, in Florida, you can go to one of many attractions that bring people to take their family on vacation. We have Lego Land, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not even the only place where you can get Lego get your Lego fix in for amusement. They're right near the Orlando International Airport.
Right.
They have just announced they're building a Lego inspired burger restaurant where the pop-up brick burger head is what you see. They have the interior. I mean, as you can see, it's like going to be Lego themed inside. Like you're sitting on things that look like Lego.
Look
You're
how cool that is.
even eating food that is made to look like Lego. It's it's just so
Seriously,
charming.
that hamburger bun looks like a Lego,
Yeah,
but it's edible. That's cool.
yeah, and they they managed to make to make even like plastic looking things that look appetizing. That's just fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be opening up. We'll keep you posted. I
Mhm.
don't think they gave a definitive like grand opening date for this one, but we know that they've announced that it's going to be a $47 a person
Mhm.
kind of a thing for the very custom and novelty food that you're getting. And it doesn't look small, like, way bigger than a Lego brick
Yeah.
size. It looks like you're going to get some real bang for your buck there. And Lego, if you don't know, it's still like the number one most, profitable like toy brand that exists, like even bigger than like Star Wars and Barbie and stuff. So
Oh, absolutely. It's
kids
timeless.
still love Lego, love to collect Lego,
Yeah.
and now you can eat Lego.
Yeah, so it says, yeah, $47 for a custom burger and a drink in the yet to be announced. So it's like a secret, but they're going to pop it. It's going to be September 2nd through the 3rd, somewhere around or at the Orlando International Airport. So you're right. They haven't really disclosed all of the details, just kind of keeping people in the know for getting ready for it.
Yeah, we may even have to like do a video on that in the future when it opens. But it's fun to just give people things to look forward to, let people know that fun stuff still coming to downtown Orlando all the
Yeah.
time. It's like building your own burger, they called it, just like you build
Yeah.
build a Lego set with. I wonder if it comes with like the instruction manual or not.
Right. Well, that's definitely something to look forward to. And yes, we will keep you updated on
It'll be
that.
near the Bright Line, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, because it's at the airport. Mm-hmm.
And that's coming along too.
Yep. Yep. All these cool stuff, all these cool things are happening in and around our area. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. Okay, so we wanted to let me just do this for a second. So we'll get to talking about things about buying and selling real estate in the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle.
Yeah.
And we had an interesting article today that we were reading from Barbara Corcoran, who some of you might know her as one of the judges on the very popular show Shark Tank. And she basically had some interesting things to say about when and why people should, invest in real estate. And, we were thinking that she's pretty spot on with what she's saying. What do you think her overall message was, Elijah, for us?
Well, yeah, according to this article, she said that the best thing that you can do is to buy something as fast as you can.
Hmm.
She says when you're in your 20s, you have a big ego, maybe you hit up your parents.
Yeah.
But she says, well, I guess where she's from, nobody buys under 40 in New York without a little help from their families, and like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Uh, she's saying that in her spheres where she's seeing like a first time home buyer could even be in their like mid to late 30s, but we're seeing, I think that Kim Hawk and our team would agree that we are seeing people make that jump sooner here in Florida, and especially the central Florida area. But
Hmm.
when it comes to being a first time home buyer, I bought in my mid to late 20s, and that was just for me. I
Right.
did kind of stay with the family and work and accumulate wealth and stuff for just a bit, like after college. But then I just said, okay, I'll I'll invest in property for me. And I was happy that I did, because you never know what the market's going to do. But historically, you see that property values tend to generally appreciate over the long run, and you start building that equity. um, I think a lot of people have that mindset where it's like, well, the house is the next step for the family. Like, I get a house when I get married and we
Hmm.
make that decision together, so
Yep.
maybe just rent until then, and then I'll buy the house with my partner, and we'll get
Right.
a dog and a picket fence and all that.
Right.
But uh, you could get a head start on the building equity with a sort of preliminary house while you're single or whatever,
Yep.
and just turn that equity into the bigger house that you would build with as the next step, if you're going to maybe do it for family, or even just do it for yourself. Just keep
Yeah.
you see good opportunities to transfer the equity into something else. Does
Yeah. I
not to be
agree.
a family decision.
I think that that's a good point that you and Barbara Corcoran make, that, there, if you try to time things, there's never really going to be a perfect time.
Right.
So I think it is smart to say, I can do this now, and it's always going to be a good investment. And you don't really have to wait for those life milestones in order to move forward with purchasing a home.
But when did you buy? When did you get your first
Well,
house?
see, that's the thing. I was kind of on the mindset of, oh, I should wait. The first home that I bought was not until after I had just gotten married, and I was in my late 20s. So up until then, I mean, I was living in a city, and so I rented an apartment, and I just thought that was the way to go. But looking back, if I had had an opportunity, or actually just really even been more knowledgeable and looked into it more, it it definitely would have been a good investment to buy earlier. So I think it's a very personal thing, but young people shouldn't be afraid to look into it and realize that it could be a realization for them.
It's such a big investment, and it can
Hmm.
seem daunting. It could seem like something that you just maybe even assume that you don't have a chance at, or that there's not
Exactly.
any options, which is
Hmm.
why we like to talk to people about like first time homeowner like programs and housing, like lending and housing help. And I think that would lead us into like the next topic that we wanted to bring up, actually, to sort of bookend this with a little bit of an update on what has proven to be a very popular uh, first time homebuyer assistance program in Florida that
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
continue to have legs.
Right. It's a really good segue into the Hometown Heroes program that is held here in Florida, and basically it is assistance with a down payment for first time home buyers. And the heroes are people who work in the service industry, or the like the nurses and the
Other
firefighters and the doctors and teachers,
veterans,
veterans.
military, child care workers,
Yep.
yeah, like you said, medical professionals, first
Yeah.
responders, kind
Hmm.
of thing. You're right. It was a program that was established to, help with the increased cost of housing in Florida. That
Right.
became like, as we've seen the research say, that this is the number one state in the country and continues to be where people are moving to. That is big on the demand side. And
Hmm.
even people like, people even in the state or people that are just wanting to buy their first home are going like, man, I'm competing with a lot of people for real estate, and it's just shot up so fast. This was something that was going to like help people make that first time purchase, because I think that for many, especially young people, that down payment is maybe the biggest barrier, because I don't have that lump sum. He's like, maybe I could, I could pay that mortgage, I could pay, every month, but that's not getting to be up to when it was in 2022 last year. They had they put like $100 million into this program, just trying to test it out, and it was like going to be used for down payments, assistance, slash closing costs on for 5% of the primary loan, up to $25,000. And it was kind of like a second mortgage, they framed it, but with like zero interest, non-amortizing. You don't have to pay it back till you move out. But if it was your primary residence. So I think they were testing that out. But then the cool thing is, like, we're revisiting it in 2023, and not all lenders had initially been on board with that. But we're starting to see the program's going to continue. And so even like a year later, it's looking like it's got legs. And Disney's Partners Federal Credit Union, who we like to talk about, who used to, be affiliated with a Disney lender, was sending us some updates, actually. So
So a few things have changed though, and they're all good things. So as you said, Elijah, 5% of the total loan amount, but not to exceed. Now it's up to 35,000.
That's awesome. That's huge.
With a minimum of 10,000. So that's good to hear. But the same, zero down payment and help with closing costs. They do have some, rules about it. You do have to be a first-time home buyer, and in order to qualify for being a first-time home buyer, you will have to provide the previous 3 years of not owning a home, and that's what is considered a first-time home buyer for this program.
So, it's so great that these kinds of programs that we have, a society that wants to recognize and bless and help out people who, put so much on the line for, excuse me, someone trying to tell me to sell a house for them, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Or maybe it's one of you guys, because we keep our phone numbers on the screen, because we definitely want you to call us.
Absolutely.
Definitely want you to text us, but just maybe not during the live stream, unless we want to create a sort of call-in radio show kind of thing, where we just come in like the Dave Ramsey show style and answer your housing questions that way. But but anyway, engage with us in the chat, in the comments, or call us, text us after the show.
But yeah, like you were saying, it's definitely a fantastic program, and we're so happy that it is continuing on in 2023. And there's a lot of information about it. And if you have any questions and want to know more, please reach out to us, and we'd love to explain things further and help you out with any of those pressing questions about this.
We have a direct line to some really good lenders, the vice president of Disney's Partners Federal Credit Union has come on the show before.
Right.
I think we should get her on again to talk more, because there's just tons and tons of info to download. And we would be so happy to just, keep you informed of what your options are, especially if you feel like you just can't get a break with just getting your foot in the door to home ownership in this crazy Florida market. We get it.
Right. Yeah, we're definitely here to help you in any way we can. And like you said, our contact over the Partners she's amazing. She's so knowledgeable and explains things in a really, really user-friendly kind of way, I guess you could say. Yeah. But yeah, that's great. So again, please reach out to us if you have any other questions about the Hometown Heroes program here in the state of Florida.
I think you had even one more thing that could be helpful as an addendum to this.
Absolutely, we do. I had found this article about. So speaking of buying a home, you have to look into things. Even if you're not a veteran or someone part of the Hometown Heroes
Right.
program.
What about the rest of us normal
It's all
people?
about the rest of us, right? I mean, everybody needs a home, right?
Some people have told me at the closing table, "You're my hero," but I don't still qualify as a hometown hero, and that's what I did.
Exactly. We're heroes in other ways. But it is important to understand what kind of credit score is necessary for a home loan. And this kind of breaks down what you need to know about if you are, looking out to lenders and conventional. So here, we'll just do a quick breakdown. Conventional loan score is if you want to qualify for one, you need a credit score of around 620 or higher. And you could obtain a conventional loan for a little less, but you're probably going to have to pay a higher interest rate if that's the case. So just, and that could cost you a little bit of money over the life of the loan. So just something to think about for conventional loans. FHA loans, they want you to have a requirement of 500. If your credit score is below 580, you'll have to put at least 10% down. So, depending on what your credit score is, there are ways to kind of work around having that score by, either changing the interest rate or putting more money down. So there's all things you can think about. And again, we're always here to help you answer those questions and kind of get to the bottom of what you need. The VA loan is also a 500. The good news about that is that if you do have that, you can still access other VA loan benefits, even if your credit score is barely meeting that threshold of 500. For instance, you could put 0 down and not have to pay private mortgage insurance. Or like we were talking about with the Hometown Heroes, if your VA loans are for military veterans and active duty service members. So there's other things you can look into if you're doing the VA loan credit score or credit. Let's see what other ones we basically, okay. So the USDA loan credit score, they want you to have a 620 or higher, and a jumbo loan, which is a conventional loan that exceeds lending limits set by the government. And they are saying you have to have at least 660. So if you're around those numbers or below and you want to be higher, then we also, want to give you information on how to change your credit score if you want to. We talk about this all the time, continue to pay your bills on time, lower the credit card balances, avoid new credit cards, and don't apply for any other loans. So all good things to think about. And, we're here to help you with those, just to make sure we're all getting, the most out of what we need to in order to get that loan for the first time.
Absolutely. Good stuff. We wanted to arm you with knowledge and resources and just help you make it as easy as possible. So
yeah,
good to provide all this for you and more. Just reach out to us. We're available, not just Wednesday night for you.
Yeah, give us a call anytime. And thanks for joining us tonight. I think we covered a lot of good things, and reach out to us, like Elijah was saying, anytime. We're here to answer your questions and help you out. And again, happy 4th of July to everyone. And
yes.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. I got a little left in my glass.
Okay, good.
I'll polish it off for you.
Nice. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will see everybody next week for more of our Wind Down Wednesday chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.